Hello, hello. How are you all? So happy to see you today. I have a great idea. Let's do some makeup. So my name's Brenda and I'm a Seint makeup artist, and this is my favorite palette. It happens to be a 27. You don't have to have one this big, but it holds all my powders. This holds makeup. I have lots of color selections here and also in the lip category. So it is wonderful. You can start Seint makeup with a palette this size. This is a 4. If you grab this and the 3D brush in the collections, you can even shade match yourself there in the collections and figure out which collection works for you. And the collections come with a brush and a palette. All right, so we got through that. Let's do some makeup. I am so excited. I have discovered just a little different way to play in this makeup, and I can't wait to show you. This is the shape brush. It's from our Demi line, and it's very similar to the blend brush in our regular line. This is Seint makeup. It's spelled S-E-I-N-T. And the first thing I'm going to do is color correct with this little highlighter here called Sunlit. And you can tell this brush is so delicate. The only time I really ever sweep under my eyes like this is if I'm using one of these really, really delicate brushes. And I am hardly putting on any makeup. Look at the difference, because I don't know about you, but the less makeup I can get on to accomplish my goal, the happier I'm gonna be. The less makeup you wear, the less you have chances of it settling in your fine lines and wrinkles. So right here, I have just primed this eye, color corrected, brightened, and it's gonna be ready for eyeshadow. I'm just always amazed at how quickly and with such little effort I can color correct before I do my makeup. And I'm still using Sunlit, and I'm just giving my nose a little go. It's red. Touch up a little red over here. So I don't know about you, but I've got it going on. And what I have going on is not what I had going on 10 or 15 years ago. So I'm working on some little age spot areas. And this little brush is so delicate and so light that what I'm doing, you can hardly even tell that I have any makeup on. And I'm still using that same little color just to touch up a couple of spots. And you can do the same thing. Okay, so my eyes are primed and I'm color corrected. Almost. I'm gonna put a little more right around my little red nose. Anybody else have a little red nose? Little red cheeks, just a little redness all over. Okay, now I'm going to use this end of the brush and contour. And as you can see, I have 3 contour colors, and there's a certain mix I like in my contour color, which that is one of the great things about Seint makeup is you can custom mix your custom colors. How many times have you wished that you had a bottle of makeup and you wished you could mix it and make it just exactly what you wanted. Well, you can do that with Seint. So every day, whatever your mood, whatever you feel like, whatever your colors are, you can just mix up exactly how you want to look. And I'm using a really deep color mostly today called indigo. And you would consider that it's way too dark for me. And it's all in how you apply. I am just barely sweeping on this color. And the joy of using this brush is I don't even hardly have to blend. By the time I get ready to blend my makeup, it's already almost blended by putting it on this way. I hope you're having a wonderful day. I'm having a red letter day. It's been a while. It was a time when I never knew if I would ever smile like this again. And here we are. So I don't know where you are in life or what you're going through or what's happening to you. But whatever it is, keep going and keep believing that there's something better. This is the multitasker brush. And I'm going to use it just a little bit to contour my nose. And you don't have to contour your nose. You don't even have to contour if you don't want to. Contouring for me is one of the most beautiful parts of doing this makeup. There's so much you can do with contour cream. Don't be afraid to use it. And I do lots of lives and lots of videos, so if you're interested in learning this, feel free to check out everything I have on my wall, because I post often and I love to teach and train. All right, we're going to go back to the shape brush, and I'm going to dip into my lightest color, which for me is white peach. And I'm still barely tapping this brush into the makeup. If I were younger, I would just sweep this beautiful color all under my eyes, but I'm not, so I don't. But I do like to take my brightening contour right down to here. And look what it does to your nose. Just some little bitty things you can do with your makeup that can really make a big change in your overall look. I'm just going to give myself a little brightener right down the center of my face. And in Seint World, we have a brightening highlight and a main highlight. So this is my brightening highlight. And now between the contour and the brightening highlight, I've left a roadmap for my main highlight color. So I know just where to fill in here. Mostly in my beard area. And I am ever so lightly touching this makeup. This brush is so delicate. You absolutely don't have to worry about using too much because it's not going to happen. Once you understand the Seint makeup system, you'll find out it's less makeup than you've worn in ages to accomplish the same goal. Hey Billy, hey Tracy, thanks for tuning in, you guys. So now I'm blending with this brush, and when you use this brush, this is the shape brush from the Demi line with Seint Makeup, you don't even hardly have to blend. The makeup has pretty much already done it for you as you apply, because this is such a very light coverage brush. So I'm just delicately blending. You can drag your contour down your neck a little to help blend, and I'll show you something else you can do there too. Okay, so we are blended, and this is the shape brush from the Demi line, Tony. It's also very much like the blend brush from the 3D line. Okay, so before I go any further and blend my contour here, I'm going to tap into this gorgeous little color called Venice. This seems really bright, so it does not take very much, but I absolutely love this color. So I never really even had to blend the contour that I have going on over here. It just did its own thing for me. And with other brushes that have more body than this one, I would be stippling this makeup, but this brush is so light and airy that I kind of use a whole different motion with it. And the thing that I find when you start using Seint Makeup is you just get better and better and better. And you just keep learning new ways and new things you can do. So right now, I need to go back and just add another little touch to my nose. All right, and I said that we were going to learn, I'll show you another way to blend your makeup down your neck. Meet Bella Bronzer. Oh my gosh, I love this bronzer. So what I'm going to do is I want you to see this motion carefully. I am just barely going to drag this brush back and forth really, really lightly through this bronzer. And if you are candlelit or darker, I would say Bella Bronzer is the perfect bronzer for you. It's kind of a universal color. And if you think that it's too dark for you, it's because you are using too much. It just takes the tiniest little bit. And look how I just warmed up my makeup. And now I'm dragging it down my neck just a little bit to kind of help blend the two together. Wow, that was fast, wasn't it? All right, let's give these eyebrows a little love. So I'm going to dip into Indigo Contour and just sweep through here a little bit. And if you've watched me before, you know that my brows are tattooed, but I still like to give them a little extra help. And I grew up in the Hollywood glam era, so I kind of still like delicate eyebrows. I can remember my mom and all of her friends plucking each other's eyebrows when I grew up. And then my mom was so sorry that they plucked their eyebrows. Live and learn. All right, so now I have contoured, use contour cream on them. And I'm gonna go into one of the browns in my eyeshadow palette and just set that contour cream. Just a little bit, and I use a really light color. Whatever I have, basic or cafe, even oak sometimes. All right, let's do some eyes. All right, so I'm gonna use the fluffy end of the eyeshadow brush, and I'm going into this sweet little color, which is called As You Wish. And I'm only tapping in, I'm using the fluffy brush, but I'm only tapping in one side of it. And I'm just gonna tap this pretty little color on. And I already primed my eyes before I did my makeup. And I'm just using this little color for a base. And with almost all the eye looks I do, sometimes they're 3 and 4, sometimes they're more, because I love to do eyes. You could stop at any point and be done. This is actually a beautiful little color. So, but you know, I'm not gonna stop there. I'm trying to pick what I'm gonna do. I think I'm gonna be brave, really brave, and transition with this color called Ginger. Oh yeah, this is really pretty. This is in honor of my precious little daughter-in-law. She's a ginger. And these two are pretty, really pretty together. So this is Ginger and As You Wish. We're gonna build a little color. Instead of putting it all on at one time, I think you'll like your eyeshadow look so much better if you build a little color instead of trying to put it all on the first time. And it's the same way when you're painting. You're gonna build color within your painting, and this is a masterpiece. Your beautiful masterpiece that you're working on. Okay, and next, I'm really getting brave with these colors today. This is the top of one of the makeup tins, and I need to get an eyeshadow color out here so you can see it. So I'm just gonna use the tip of the tin and pop it out. And that is a really great way to get your colors in and out of your palette. Oh, we're home now. This is Soulmate. And if you ever want to show up, Soulmate is your friend. Lots of glitter shimmer today. I'm in a shimmery mood all day today. Good things are happening. Excuse me just a second. My nose is not happy. The weather has changed here drastically in the last couple of days. Okay, I really like this eye look. I think we're just gonna blend and then call this good. I'm gonna bring a little bit of this darker color into my eyelid. And I am just so easily kind of fanning this color to move it around. And don't worry what's going on down here. We're gonna fix that. These colors turned out really pretty together. So we have As You Wish, Ginger, and Soulmate. And I'm liking those. I don't even think we're gonna line these eyes. Maybe we will. All right, on second thought, we will. I have a certain way that I like to line my eyes. I'm not a big fan of black eyeliner. It's just too much for me. I like really subtle eyeliners, so I'm going to take this color called Gilded. And you can tell, I've used it often for eyeliner. I have a different Gilded little pad that I use when I'm doing eyeshadow with it. But this is one of my favorite colors to line with. So I'm just going to go in right at the base of my lashes and add a little color and see how subtle that is. It's just enough to give the illusion that your lashes are more voluminous than they really are. And who doesn't want that? The illusion of So when you're looking at eyeliners, remember that all of those deep, beautiful colors in your palette can be used as eyeliners as well. And then I'm going to dip into, I'm not like an evening look, so I'm going to go into my main highlight color and just touch this up very gently. And the goal here is to make sure that everything is looking up. And that's an easy thing to remember when you do your eyes is, are things looking up? Because this eyeshadow can drag your eye down if you don't just do this quick little cleanup. All right, so now that we've cleaned up some, we're just gonna tap this color in. And then I'm gonna do just a little more on my lips. Now I want you to see this color. This is Valencia. It's Venice. This is the color it is. It's really pretty bright. But watch what happens if I take a little of my contour color and kind of neutralize what I have going on. Hey, Mary Jo. So that was, I think that's olive contour. And I had a little Venice on my lips already. And now when I go in and put Venice on, it's a much softer shade. So play in the makeup. There's no telling what you might discover that works really well together. And keep in mind that almost any time you put on a lip and it's too bright for you, you can tone it down either with one of your highlight colors or with your contour color. Because you just never know what kind of mood you're in when you put your lips on, right? Let's get some eyelashes on the scene. That would be really nice, wouldn't it? There's something exciting coming about eyelashes, so stay tuned. All right, we're gonna go with that for now. And while these are still slightly tacky, we're gonna give them a little push up. It's amazing how much you can curl your eyelashes while they're still tacky. I don't like that word tacky, but can't think of a better one. All right, hey Sue, good to see you. This is Confetti Illuminator, and I'm gonna just soften up this eyeshadow edge right here with Illuminator. Confetti is a beautiful color. It's almost like honey and rose gold had a baby. Those are two Illuminator colors. And the only illuminators I use from our line are cream. We have cream and we have powder. And I am so delighted to be able to wear Illuminator again because it doesn't settle in fine lines and wrinkles. Now, I don't test it heavily and put it right where I have a bunch of crinkles. That's my new turn today. I'm gonna put a little right down my nose right here. And then we're gonna do another change to our lip. And I love that color. We just turned it into a frost. And that was a good thing. Really good thing. We need to call Seint and say we have a new color. I'm sure they're dying to hear from me. Okay, let's bring this home. And this is the one tool that will do it. This is our perfecting sponge. And this is who I deem Seint Bud. It is not your grocery store blending bud. It is a soft pillowy cloud. Once it's been moistened, it just blows up into this little pillow. And because I have pre-moistened it and it's been sitting for a while, it's cool. So when you start pouncing your makeup, it almost feels like you're having a little mini spa treatment. And who doesn't want that? Hardly took off any, even including going over my my blush. So that's it. I have just used the shape brush from the Demi line. I used the line brush on my eyebrows, the eyeshadow brush, and when I did the bronzer, I used the blush bronzer brush. I don't know whose idea it was to name it that. And then I also finished with the perfector. So I will put all the colors once this post, I'll link them at the top. And if you would like to have a color match, there should be a link that you can see. I am so happy to have been able to spend time with you today. I always appreciate it. If you are watching the replay or if you're watching this live and you have questions, feel free to drop them. I will check back. So, thank you so much.